Okay, so that was Grandma. I was not done talking yet, so we're going to continue. I wanted to continue talking about submarine camping, which is what the video was supposed to be about before, and I don't really know if I got to the whole point of that. So, once you have your minivan packed full of stuff and you have a tent with you to unpack it out of, you pick your place to go out to, right? And you can do this anywhere in the world at this point. If you have solar powering the fridge on the van, that is enough solar power. Or the way I would do this would be to get a big enough solar system to power that to where I could power anything I wanted. And that's what I did. And for me, the fridge and solar setup I bought was it's a set power AC45 fridge and a Blue Eddy EV70S uh, solar generator and a Renogy 200-watt panel with Renogy cables. And I got 25-foot cables to extend the panel to the generator. And my thought is, I don't know exactly where or how this is going to be used, and I could choose to park someplace that there is no sun and detach that panel and run it out into a sunny area. I'll probably do that a lot. You know, I'm going to build the panel so that it's quick detach. I also want to have a backup panel eventually that's a fold up that goes inside the van. And I figure between that and Starlink and some fans, if you're able to move up and down an elevation and kind of control where you're at weather wise, this is a good plan. And if you completely loaded a minivan full of food and water and drove to like a lake and had a water filter with you, you could stay out for forever. And the reason I call this submarine camping is because it's like submarines going out under the ice pack. Uh, the only limit they have is the amount of food they can put on them. And that's this: if you carry a water filter with you, go someplace that there's water and bring, pops and drink mixes and bottles of water and shit like that with you too. I don't know how long you could stay out. It depends on how much stuff you bring and, what's the first thing you're going to run out of. And this is what, doing this now is going to make you last a really long time. You're going to learn to live with less. You're going to learn to, buy the things that you really need. And like, you're going to learn to have stuff like if I want a candy bar or something, I better fucking have it with me. Like, this is independence. This is freedom. And with Starlink, this is a thing that you can just go do. And how many of you are working some internet job that like they're letting you work from home now anyway? Go do this. You know, set up a little office in the tent or whatever with a fan. Bring shit to do that. If that's what you're going to be doing, I would definitely bring a whole tent setup for a mobile office. And this is the cool part about this. You can customize this to do whatever it is you need to do. If you're wanting to work a job like that and build a cabin, then bring the stuff to do that. If you're wanting just to go fishing and stay out as long as you can and live off your savings, do that. If you're wanting to fish and have a job, you can do any of this shit. Just bring the stuff to do it and customize the van to suit it. I love this idea. I think this is the ultimate freedom right now. It's the only freedom left really in America. This is the 21st century version of being a mountain man is van life. Those like, stealth camping dudes, man, they light my heart with joy. Because they're like me. They're just some crazy fuck that they love this shit. They love seeing where they can get away with sleeping. I love that too, to be honest. I would totally be one of those stealth campers. And this is why Matt and I love hanging out so much, is we're both that kind of person. And I think other people there too were probably to some extent, but it's one of those like, why would you be obsessed with having to have a membership at a club that you hate, like a country club or something like that? Why would you do that when you could like go stealth camping and like listen to fucking music on your phone and watch YouTube videos and shit while trying not to get caught by the cops? I don't know. That just seems like a way more fun thing to do to me. Like one of these things they write books about, and the other one they really don't. And like those are kind of extreme examples of this, but you can do this with anything. You are choosing to live your life the way you are living it, whether you know it or not. You have decided that X or Y is more important than freedom, whether that's safety, security, money, children, something. You have chosen something over that. And what I'm offering the young people listening that don't have kids yet is a path forward that is the start of an adventure. I don't know where you're going to end. I don't know where you're going to land. This is, if we're in a plane and we're all wearing parachutes and I'm standing by the door and telling you it's a fun ride. Okay. And the thing that, should comfort those of you fucking who are jumping out of the plane now is that I am actively jumping out of this plane with you. I keep saying it that if you're listening to this, I think you are the resistance. I don't think there's going to be very many people left who aren't a part of the machine. And a lot of the gun community are really, really hardcore bought into the power structure of the United States government and the machine. And they're going to keep licking boots until those boots stomp on them and take away their guns. I painted an American flag last night. A lot of people would be like, that's a desecration or whatever. I turned an American flag into my pirate flag. I painted it kind of a roady shit brown, baby poop green color, and then put a wheel of paint on both sides. And it has this kind of like cool camo red, white, and blue subdued American flag with my pirate logo on it. It's art. Like I also made a battle flag out of a Scottish flag. I think that one's pretty dope too. It's just a wheel of paint on a Scottish flag. I painted that whole thing that same Rhodesian baby poop shit. It's a good way to subdue that shit. Because like I wanted subdued flags. And, like these are the flags for my camp. And like this is like some shit that like Genghis Khan would have done. I love that. That's dope. I don't mean like the painting of the flags. I mean like having a mobile campsite and having battle flags, and this is the way. Okay? And like if they come and look at you and whatever and they look at what you have, don't have anything terrifying. Have like some karate weapons and a black powder revolver. Be my advice. Because they're going to come looking at you eventually. My real weapons, I would buy a couple acres of land and I would dig a weapons cache somewhere and I'd bury that shit. And someday we'll go into details on what a weapons cache would look like. But go watch Terminator 2. That's pretty much how I would build one. It's almost exactly how I would build one. It's very well done. And my theories on this are basically that we're headed into some very, very shitty times, and we have Democrats in charge, and they're gonna fucking come and round all this shit up. This is why, in short, why you should be burying guns. Um, I think you should definitely have some guns out too if you're on your own land. But if you're out free camping on federal land, I would be real careful about the armament I brought. I think if you're like me, they will end up putting you in a mental institution or some shit saying you're fucking crazy. And my thing is, this isn't crazy. All of the crazy people do this because you broke their brain to the point that they're in survival mode. I do this as like a taunt, I guess. Come and get me. I do this as an entertainment thing. Like, would you want to watch a show of someone that was just all, well, you know, the government's good, okay? We need to do what they say. The COVID's gonna kill us all. No, you wouldn't. That's boring as shit. And like, I don't agree with that anyway. Like, COVID is a whole nother discussion. If we do a whole fucking another video on it. But in short, I don't trust the government. I haven't trusted the government since I was born. And every day that goes by, I trust the government less because of things that they are actively doing. Buy your land submarine. Become a peace pirate. Sail the highways until you find some place to build your little, pirate fortress. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to call this. It's not really a fortress. It's a cabin. But like, it's a cabin with a pirate flag over it. Like, I don't want to go sail on the ocean, but I want to have a pirate ship on the land with a flag. I don't know what that is at that point. It's not really a pirate ship anymore. It's like a pirate fort or something. I'll put more thought into what we should call this, because calling it a pirate fort sounds really gay, which I'm not opposed to, but like, I would rather it not sound gay. I think it would be better to not call it a pirate fort. But pirate fort. Although, like, what I really hope is I can buy 2 acres somewhere along the nav channel to the port of Catoosa, and whenever they issue letters of marque to go hunt Russian oligarchs, we can like turn my 2 acres into a legitimate like pirate like port of call. Like, anyone coming out to like, hunt Russian fucking boats can, dock in fucking Catoosa, Oklahoma at Ray Ray's fucking pirate adventure or whatever, where anything goes. See, wouldn't that be cool? I think this just sounds like a good business. And like, I only charge you like 3 silver coins to dock your boat. We'd have hookers and blow and all sorts of shit. See, that's the thing is, once you start getting silver coins from pirates and making your own little den of inequity there at Catoosa, man, like, the world would be your oyster, right? Because like, eventually they're going to come and try to squash that, but you're going to have enough pirates there to probably fight them off. That's my bet. I don't know. This is like my wet dream fantasy. It probably won't happen. I'm probably just going to end up buying 2 acres of land somewhere and like growing weed in a greenhouse. But it's much more entertaining to hear about the what if. The what if of becoming a real pirate. And like, I don't even think I would be a real pirate. I think I'm like a pirate hooker. Like, I'm after your silver coins, and I like to have sex. And I like weapons and shit. Thanks for watching. I hope somebody got something out of all this shit.